Assigning oxidation numbers is probably one of the most important skills that you can have for sorting out a diploma. If you understand oxidation numbers as well as how to assign them and then balance reactions using oxidation numbers, it can be applied to most reactions that you're required to balance. And you can tell whether it's reduction, what's being reduced, what's being oxidized, what the reducing agent is, what the oxidizing agent is, if you're an expert with oxidation numbers. And so a lot of the work that we've done that's background, that's going to build to this, can actually be done just with oxidation numbers. And so if you're really awesome at this, you can apply this skill to almost all situations. And it's incredible how often you can come up with an answer to a diploma question. So really an important thing. So all atoms are assigned an oxidation number of 0. So sodium is 0, chlorine and chlorine atoms and chlorine are 0. Hydrogens will be +1 if they're in a compound, but if they're in a metal hydride, so that's going to be some sort of metal ion and hydride ion. The hydride ion is a -1. They're fairly uncommon to see. But you can see lithium and hydrogen. The lithium is going to be a +1, so hydrogen must be a -1. Oxygens will be -2 in any compound, except in hydrogen peroxide. It's the only peroxide that we generally see, so this is kind of an exception to the case. And then all monoatomic ions get their own charge. So sodium ion is +1 and sulfide is -2. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to assign oxidation numbers and do some very simple algebra. So compounds have a net charge of 0, and ions, like polyatomic ions, have a net charge of their charge. So we'll try and make that more clear as we go. So here we've got sulfur and sulfur dioxide. Now, we don't know what sulfur's oxidation number is, but oxygen in any compound is -2. So I have -2. This thing has 0 net charge, so we're going to say that sulfur plus 2 -2s, so 2 oxygens, equals 0. And then if I solve for sulfur, sulfur -4 equals 0, so sulfur equals +4. Sulfur has a +4 oxidation number. Sulfur in sulfate, so SO4 2 negative, the oxygen still is a -2, but now I've got sulfur plus 4 times -2 equals -2. Solve for sulfur. Sulfur -8 equals -2. Sulfur equals +6.